Oh, she's playing Lucario, and Silk is on Rob. Okay, so Star abandoning the puff.
Yeah, take all that prelude and throw it out the window.
Yep.
Although Lucario's still here. Just the tables are flipped.
Yeah. Okay, so this I feel like is even more extreme in that regard, but sort of more against Lucario's favor, where Rob has some really early kill power. And also has pretty consistent kill power once you get to relatively high percent, so you're not likely to see Lucario live forever, which is, of course, his goal in most matchups.
Right, but so far it's been just like a pretty slow start to this game one, although that is a very aggressive arm rotor. Sometimes I guess you just let it rip in neutral when your opponent's at 40?
I guess. It might have been supposed to be a reflector. Because arm rotor is a reflector. Sometimes you forget that because it is bad at that and is good at everything else. But it is a reflector. It does work against something like Aura Sphere most of the time. But that is still a big risk to take. Okay, and Silk wants this side B.
That is a very appropriate arm rotor in the corner when you're at a high percent on the opponent. Not going to quite KO here, and this is where it starts to get a little bit scary with Lucario, right? You get 112%. Aura and Rage starting to build up. You see the glowing hands. Really, any smash attack will just obliterate here. And even the Aura Sphere just going to catch the hang on the platform, Pledge.
Yeah, once Lucario gets above about 90 or 100, you cannot hang on ledge too long. The exact number differs by character with your ledge hang animation, but the Aura Sphere will eventually hit the ledge, and it will kill you at that point. So now StarCastler is in a pretty commanding spot, where if she can stay alive a little bit longer, Lucario's damage output is going to be so strong.
Yeah, and you see these really aggressive, I would call them aggressive, but these up Bs just to center stage where Rob is not really able to cover. I would love to see the Rob player turn around and like throw a top that way or a laser just to cover the landing.
Yeah, and Lucario's up B can be very tricky to punish, because it is very hard to direct properly. But if you do, you get that slide into the ground, you get the ground bounce. Those are not super laggy. There's definitely, oh, that's unfortunate. There's definitely a lot less lag than it would look like. And so yeah, like that dash attack's pretty much all you're able to get in that situation.
And look, even the dash grab not going to quite catch the up B, safely landing here for StarCastler.
And this is exactly where Lucario wants to be. A stock ahead at extremely high percent. Almost anything is going to kill here. Smash attacks, aerials, side B, etc.
This is where I feel like a little bit more projectile game would be very helpful for Silk, right? And oh, that Aura Sphere almost enough to KO. Not going to quite find the mark, and this is that same spot. Okay, jumping high quickly, but then you have no escape route from that dash attack.
Even the dash attack a kill move at this point, and 167%. StarCastler at max rage and approaching max aura. Max aura, I believe, 190 still in this game. It was 190 in Smash 4, so I think it's around there. But yeah, this damage output is going to be so crazy, even with the slight nerf to the aura from being ahead in stocks.
And you see the B reverse Aura Spheres, which can just lead to like a turnaround up smash or something. There are a lot of things you can do out of the strange hitback that comes from charging an Aura Sphere aggressively against an opponent. But okay, here's the top. I want to see more top gameplay coming out from Silk.
Yeah, we've seen Silk really go for this arm rotor as a reflector a few times, which is a hard call out at best, a big risk to take in those situations. And again, just not really enough of the gyro as the Nair finally takes that stock over 200%.
You really don't want Nair to be your kill move as your game plan, though, for Rob. You have so many other setups you can go for that can take a stock much easier. Ooh, hello?
So StarCastler going for the Lucario counter. You don't see that super often. But if you're confident it'll work, why not? It is certainly going to do some damage on a move that strong, even if it won't kill without Aura.
I'm just trying to sneakily land around this Lucario F smash, but instead that back air, another arm rotor missed, another stock taken.
So StarCastler doing a good job there, just keeping her composure, making sure to stay safe against all of these kill options that are being thrown out. And Silk seeming to be a little bit overly reliant on that arm rotor. We're seeing the side B come out in situations where, you know, maybe it's a call out on an Aura Sphere at best, but at worst it's just kind of hoping that Lucario runs into it. And like that one made a little more sense than a lot of the others, but still just a big risk to take with a character who does have so many safe options instead.
Right. And we saw actually quite a bit of Rob in the doubles bracket yesterday. Not only just Zomba playing Rob a couple times, but you know, Zomba actually teamed with Sharp's Rob in a couple of games. So they did, since they both have such deep pockets, they just cycled through characters the whole way. And Rob in doubles, one of the things you do is you just send out the quick laser to be disruptive, and that is I mean, we saw how good it was in like a chaotic format as doubles yesterday. Think about how good just like quick laser would be to interrupt the timings of StarCastler here in this singles match.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'd like to see more of, as well as down tilt. We saw our first down tilt of the game there, but it was the wrong way. We haven't seen Silk try to get up close and scrap with Lucario too much. And I think Rob has a big advantage doing that until Lucario is at particularly high aura. Because Lucario's hitboxes, they get bigger and they become very good, but at first, like base Lucario, that is not the kind of character who's going to scrap with Rob up close. Down tilt, fair, stuff like that.
Yeah, and here you see the Nair
favor.
just really forcing the issue on this landing, allowing Silk to get the first real big hits for this game number 2.
Yeah, Silk finally able to sort of keep this game even. But
and here you
taking
go.
the first stock really is the biggest thing against Lucario because things can snowball so out of control, as we saw last game if you leave Lucario alive at high percent.
And yeah, you blink and a back air explodes Rob off of the right side, and Rob was like probably like 110 after that hit. That was a relatively early back air, and not really too much aura to speak of even for Lucario.
Yeah, 98, a stock ahead. This is going to be kind of your default 1.0 times Lucario. The default, the 70% is the line where Lucario is at exactly 1 times strength. So ahead by a stock, it'll be around there.
There's a great up smash call out from Silk though, and that's going to remove all of that aura you were mentioning, reset this to ground 0.
And that's really important for Silk to finally get a kill relatively early. I mean, that's a kill, right around 100%. And we saw nothing remotely like that in the first game. So definitely a good sign for Silk here in game 2.
Yeah, we saw several of those call-out attempts that would have been early stocks in game 1 just fall flat, especially with the arm rotor. So switching to the up smash, switching to the platform pressure, going to work out great here for the Rob.
And going for something like an anti-air up smash is so much safer than going for a side B in neutral or even in advantage sometimes. Yeah, up smash, it's laggy enough that you can punish it if you're on the ground, but Lucario jumping away from it, worst case scenario, you whiff it and Lucario's in the air.
And now this is great horizontal pressure coming out from Silk, but again, a sneaky back air. You allow that one opportunity to land, and you're going to explode.
Yeah, that Ara back air, one of the scariest kill moves in this game. It becomes incredibly big and plus. I believe it becomes plus on shield eventually. If not, it's close enough that it might as well be, and you're far away from him. But yeah, Lucario will stay alive after that side B. This is a scary situation for Rob as StarCastler continues to stay alive here.
This mix-up might be it, and there you go. Anticipating the immediate mash means another up smash. 2 up smashes for 2 stocks here for Silk, keeping them alive in this game 2.
And now this is doable. StarCastler has a big percent lead, but does she even really want that big of a percent lead? Lucario is going to struggle to kill so much with this 0% aura that at a certain point, Lucario doesn't even want to be this far ahead.
Yeah, but if you give any percent to Rob, you could just die.
Exactly, yeah.
We haven't seen too much of the early stocks, like the arm rotors, specifically off the side of the stage from Silk. He's been doing them like when he gets the corner pressure, right?
Right.
But not way off the side, and you need to be off the stage literally in order to get the 0 to death KOs, so.
And this should be, smash attack there. The smash attack's not going to be too scary yet. We're just soon getting to the point where up smash might kill for Lucario. F smash certainly will near the ledge. That move is still strong without Aura. But everything else is going to be a little delayed on killing here. Maybe a back air side B near the ledge. But now as StarCastler gets just a little bit more percent on her here, things are getting pretty scary for Rob sitting at 150.
And yeah, just slow and steady might win the race for StarCastler. Just taking these Auras. Time to charge Auras here at the ledge.
There it is.
Okay. You get the command grab, but Rob is a big boy.
Rob is definitely very big, as we are all aware by now. And yeah, now this is... we're seeing kind of the struggle of Lucario, which is that you have this big lead. It's really hard to close things out. Now you're fighting, like, with the mechanic of Rage, everyone is kind of a miniature version of you in a lot of ways. And especially someone like Rob is so scary with Rage. Like, this could be the entire game here with bad DI, but StarCastler will stay alive.
And this should... Okay, you're actually going to go for down throw a second time, and with the staling, definitely not going to KO.
It's always scary with those Rob up airs, though, because there are methods to fairly consistently DI it, but it doesn't seem like any of them work 100% of the time in this game like they did in Smash 4.
Well, I think when Rob players tell you how to DI it, they're specifically lying. it's like when a Bayo player in Smash 4 would tell you how to SDI move.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is going to be the end of the game.
Yep.